Welcome to Dowdy-Ficklen Stadium, home to the East Carolina Pirates, where the purple has engulfed this place as they are ready for a showdown. Today, a clash between a couple of ACC rivals in a game that could have big-time implications for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Florida State Seminoles taking on the fourth-ranked team in the land, the East Carolina Pirates. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Pirates will kick it away to start us off. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So the Florida State Seminoles will be in a hole thanks to that short return. And when you have a quarterback like this guy, the entire offense feeds off of him, David.
Everybody feeds off of his energy, and the whole playbook's open because you can trust on him. He's dependable, Palmer. He's
coming out aggressively. He's got it down the left. Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Florida State.
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under it and make a big play for it.
Yeah, and when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the PAT makes it 7-0. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So East Carolina's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. These two dudes who both come off the edge can wreck an offensive day, Jesse.
Man, these quarterbacks better have an internal clock working today. If you hold on to the football, you are getting sacked.
Yeah, best athletes on the field are defensive linemen, and when you got guys like this that can get after a quarterback, points will be at a premium.
Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
The inside handoff. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
Now on first down from the 30. Quarterback checking the play. Looking to move it through the air. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and you could tell he was locked in. And plays are meant to go to certain guys, but sometimes you got to get back, you got to read the defense, and make a different decision if they play the right defense. And right there, that was one of those times.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Scanning the field, it's Sanders. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
That's how you blow up the screen pass if you're on defense. You got to hit the quarterback fast to force the incompletion.
It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pass hits, picked off. Got room on the return. Touchdown Seminoles. What a great play by the defense, and paying it off with the interception return.
I love this free safety and how he plays center field, and oftentimes he's able to bait QBs into bad decisions. He did it right there. Made the quarterback think he was dropping one way, put his foot in the ground, got in front of that pass, and then showed you the wheels. Returning it.
I pushed the wrong button. That's my fault.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Here's the handoff. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
Well, there we go. We finally see some life in this offense running the football. Nice game to pick up the first down. Got to get more of that going moving forward because they have not run it well.
Dropping back, it's Sanders. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling for the first down.
Great job, too, by the QB there. Holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
Give to the back.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Unloads to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
The give to the back. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space.
Well, right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back, and I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Just when they're looking run, now up top. He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Purple Pirates.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. That drive covered 62 yards for the touchdown. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of bounce, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
From the gun, running back on the move. And he'll be smacked to the ground.
Really nice play call there on 2nd and long by the offensive coordinator. He was able to get a lot of that yardage back by running the football, and now, of course, it sets up a 3rd and manageable situation.
Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Quick strike complete. He'll have the 1st down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stopped.
Everybody on the same page there on blitz pickup, right? Offensive line, everybody communicating, understanding where they have to work to give their QB time to make an accurate throw and pick up the 1st.
And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it, and there's so many ways to use them. But exactly, get it to him, let him break tackles, let him make plays. Easy decision.
The Seminoles are moving quickly down the field. Leaves it with the back. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
And it's just simple. Simple 1st down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
That is a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
Another 1st down. Man, this defense couldn't stop a nosebleed right now. It's that bad.
And the Noles getting set on 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position. That can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. Reads it, fires complete. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter. And the Seminoles are threatening in the red zone. He'll just keep slinging it. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Caught near the sticks. It's Carter. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the 1st down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient most of the time, that drag route's going to come over.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They are a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Movement here from the tight end. They'll run play action. Looking to scramble. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The idea was to sell that play fake. Nobody was buying it.
You're right, Reese. That D-line, they looked like they had their ears pinned back, and they were coming after the quarterback. You saw dudes rush upfield. They got to that QB fast.
Third down, and this crowd is tearing the lid off this place. He's looking downfield to throw. Quarterback moving. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack.
Well, the offense has made it known on this drive. They're trying to throw the football, and they're going to let this quarterback go to work. The defense does a great job winning up front. They get the sack to try to slow this momentum down.
They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. And he'll envision the ball flight as he lines it up from the right hash and 38 yards out. The official says no good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys. Carolina sending the offense back to work. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
It's complete to the right. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Power football with the run. Can't get him to the ground.
I think tackling is about effort most of the time. It's about how much passion, how much physicality you can bring to get your guy on the ground. Refuse not to get him on the ground. That's not a big back. You got to get that guy on the ground. You can't let him pick up an extra couple yards and stay ahead of the sticks.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack. The Pirates want to move quickly. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Gets it out fast. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. And the Pirates will try to pin them back with the punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for... He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp. Now on second down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Carter. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The Seminoles decide to punt it away. Running it back, it's Williams. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. They just didn't couldn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. To throw, it's Sanders. Quickly complete. At the 40, there he goes. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. He's going to pass. Got his man quickly. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. The Pirates come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, the running back has it. Won't back down from anyone. Delivers the blow and gets it to the 29. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. He's looking to throw. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
From the shotgun, they'll run it. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. This is well within field goal range, but the kicker will stay on the sideline, and the offense will try to convert on 4th down. Try to get it on the ground. He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short?
We'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. He'll start this drive firing. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Got his man on the outside.
Nice patience by the quarterback here, working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
Snagged in the middle. It's Carter. And it's loose. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
You know, oftentimes when you're playing in conditions like this and it's raining, you'll see a lot of the skill players offensively take off the gloves because they want to be able to feel the football. They think it gives them better control of it. I don't know if that played into the football going on the ground there, but you know that ball security is going to be one of the biggest factors in this game moving forward.
He now has 84 yards on the ground, and he just continues to turn in productive performance after productive performance. That's how you lead the nation in rushing. Right through his hands and incomplete, and he'll want that one back. It'll be third down.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
Ball's at the 27. It's third and short. Can they avoid making that fourth down decision? It's complete to the left. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the third down, now setting up first and goal.
And now a chance to pull even. First and goal as we get late in the first half. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, ECU.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
Getting set for the point after. Right down the middle. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Maryland is in trouble right now, and unless something changes, this is the type of day that can crush morale. They're trailing by 15 to Oregon. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Extending the play. Trying to escape and get it himself. Short gain on the play before he slides.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You can see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, one of the best atmospheres in football, and we've got a fun one from Greenville. 2 quarters of both sides feeling each other out. And it's likely to come down to which offense can find a way to generate some big plays. Adjustments will be a part of it. Maybe it's time these typically conservative play callers open up the playbook. Nothing crazy, but a calculated risk here and there to try to gain an edge in what's been a stalemate. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. And the Seminoles will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. East Carolina sending the offense back to work. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, and getting in the backfield and making the tackle for a loss.
Here they come, trying to convert a third and short from the 28. Looking to pass. It's Sanders. Got his man in the middle. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down. It'll bring up a big decision.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
On fourth down, trying to keep the drive alive with the run. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Hey, man, 4th and 1 at any part of the field is risky to go for, especially when you're in your own end of the field. But they did. It was a good play call. I like them being aggressive, especially after getting that first down.
Quarterback checking off. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Got his man on the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44.
What a nice play by the DB there. When that rain starts coming down, the ball gets a little bit heavier. The quarterback throws the ball a little bit lighter. DBs can take advantage sometimes of some underthrown balls, go out and make some big plays.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. The give to the back. Still on his feet at the 45. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Looking deep down the right side. And it's picked off. Trying to take it back. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, East Carolina. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return.
I'll tell you what, as a DB, you're lucky if you get 1 pick 6 in your entire football life. This guy had one last game. He's got one this game. Quarterbacks are going to stop throwing his way.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick 6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
Got it set up on the outside. Got room at the 35. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Much of this Seminole foundation was built around great quarterback play, some legends at that position.
Some awesome guys that spread it around to elite playmakers, and it's just a great history at Florida State. They've been up and down in the recent history, but this team back in the day, man, Doak was rocking. Everybody wanted to be a Florida State center.
There's just so much for this defense to think about right now. They've had strong side runs thrown at them. Now the counter. And they know that this offense can work in the play action off of all these base runs too. So much offensive volume this defense needs to worry about at this point in the game.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Quarterback on the keeper. Delivers the stiff arm. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space. The Seminoles look to keep this drive humming. Running back searching for a hole. Found a little running room, and they get him stopped after a pickup of 6 to the 32.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
They give it to him again. Not much there on the run. He gets 1 to the 31.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
Well, it just seems like everything is working for the offense on this drive. Another nice game, this time on the ground.
It's a draw. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And they sniff that draw out. With a draw unit, you really have to sell that pass like you're going to throw the ball down the field. But the defensive line, the defense was not biting it. You could tell they were ready for it. Came, got on the running back, got him on the ground quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Lets it fly deep downfield. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, no! You know what? Methuselah lived 969 years. He was born and died in the amount of time it took them to walk it down the field and score that touchdown.
And that's just so frustrating. Play after play after play. You line up, you try to do your assignment, and you fail, and they cap it off with a touchdown? Oh, Methuselah.
Lining up to add another. And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the third. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Maryland is in trouble right now, and unless something changes, this is the type of day that can crush morale. They're trailing by 17 to Oregon. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, we'll see it right here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Guys, he's up to 103 yards rushing. He continues to impress as he leads the nation in rushing.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Looking to throw, it's Sanders. He'll off one deep down the left side. And it's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Pirates! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
And, man, is that perfect timing. You can tell quarterback drops back. He sees his guy, and he knows he's open. But watch the throw. Deep down the field, Palmer, right in the breadbasket. Nice play, nice pitch and catch.
He did a nice job of getting it up in the air early and allowing his guy to run under the football, locate it, and then make a tough grab. That is the definition of an explosive play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. Just about set to kick it away. And he's going to try to return this one. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. will be the last play of the quarter. From the gun, running back gets to give. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. Guys, East Carolina carries the lead into the quarter break. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. Right back to the well. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around, that make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense, creating the tackle for a loss on 1st down.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. They're setting up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down.
He didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
The Knowles line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Running it back, it's Williams. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. First play of the drive comes from the 38. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Really nice job by the defense getting that last stop. All 3rd downs in games are important, but this one just feels like it's the biggest down of this game right now for this defense. If they can get off the field, they've got to give it back to their offense with as much time as possible to have a chance to win this game.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Looking to throw at Sanders. It's complete on the right side. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And the Pirates send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them. And you've created some great momentum, getting the stop, forcing the punt, now getting it back to your offense. Your offense starting to get in a groove. Late in the game, you need some big plays.
Just wonder how much panic there is right now on the defensive side of the football, too, because of what you just said, David. They can feel and sense the momentum leaving them right now with the lead. So someone defensively better step up here soon and make a play.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Grabbed over the middle. It's Carter. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here. The Seminoles will bring the punt team onto the field. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And the returner will be knocked down. East Carolina sending the offense back to work. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4.
And ball security at this point is at a premium for this offense. You're backed up in your own end. You've got the lead, so you want to be able to run the football and stay on the field, bleed the clock. But you know the defense is going to be ripping away at it, right? They're going to be trying to get hats to the football and forcing a fumble. So whoever's got the ball has got to have 2 hands on it this drive.
We've reached a 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. The crowd is going to tell you the result of this one. They are into it on this huge 3rd and 3. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Pirates will send out the punt unit. He's got great speed. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Split backs here. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Going to try to pop one on the screen. There to make the stop, but he is a weapon out of the backfield in the short passing game, and they've got a 1st down. He's looking to throw it. Fires into traffic, picked off. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45.
Big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games. Great job by the defense. Not closing the door completely, but stopping the momentum late in the game when you already got a lead. Nice job, Dave.
East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. So that defense keeps the lead right where it is and a chance to build on it, David.
Yeah, the defense did a great job. Now, the offense, you know what you're going to get from this defense. They have to be aggressive. They're trying to get the football back later in the game, Jesse.
Because they're going to be so aggressive too, David, you know, on offense now you have a chance to break one maybe. In the run game or finding a one-on-one matchup in the passing game to really pad the lead.
To the air, it's Sanders. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Less than a yard to go for a 1st down, and the offense will remain on the field.
Nice job in coverage there. Offense trying to take a shot downfield. The defender able to tip that one up in the air and force it incomplete.
Timeout called there by the defense. Desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
How about that? You got the lead late in the game. Get some 1st downs, salt this clock away. This is the exact position you want your offense in.
Imposing their will, right, David? I mean,
He lobs one high down the left side. Touchdown, Purple Pirates! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, beat, coffin. Great execution by this offense to put this game away.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
They're bringing heat. Right on target this time. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
You know, I feel for this offense, if they're going to get back in the game, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it with chunk plays. They're going to have to be methodical and generate some first downs and march down the field.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Unloads to the right. Complete and looking for enough for the 1st down. And they'll finally shove him out of bounds after a strong run.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the 1st down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field.
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. And they'll spike the ball to try to save as much time as they can. 3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Pocket starts to collapse. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
After being stopped there on 4th down, this game's pretty much over. They were going to have to go down in a 2-minute situation, put at least 7 up on the board. They couldn't get it done. Things just haven't gone their way. It's been that type of day today. They're going to leave the stadium with a loss.
They go to the ground. And on that short gain, that will bring us to the end of this game. Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game wasn't for the national championship, but you wouldn't know that watching this winning team, David. Tremendous effort and tremendous execution.
I love competitive people. I love competitive coaches. I love competitive teams that they know that their job is to go out and get a W no matter where you play. You want to play in the parking lot? We'll go meet you. Great job by this team being ready, getting the W.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.